Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl Tasia. I'm back, period. So today, I want to get into a little story time. Cause y'all, I got a lot of stories I could tell y'all. I be seeing something. So I already told y'all the one time that old lady tried to fight me when I was working at Burger King. But I ain't never told y'all what my most recent lab job, how there was a whole fight. Like, I always be around some stuff, y'all. I don't know. So basically, at my lab job, when I tell y'all, I ended up working like 3 different shifts at a certain point. Because when I first started, I think I worked the 8 to 4:30 p.m. shift, right? Then my manager was like, hey guys, if you want to get some extra money, it's going to be $4 extra an hour if you start working overnight. So yeah, one of my coworkers had told me, like, girl, if you go to overnight, it's like, I've heard the shift only runs for like a few months. Like, they just need help with overflow. Because like I told y'all, I used to work at a COVID lab facility. Like, they deal with blood and other things, but at that specific time, like, you know, like, it was a lot of COVID samples. So at this point, they needed people like 3 different shifts. Like, it was basically open 24 hours. Because there was a 7 to 3:30 shift. Then there was the 8 to 4:30 p.m. shift. Then there was the 3 to 11:30 shift. And then the overnight shift it changed so many times, y'all. So at first it was 10 p.m. to 6:30 in the morning. I did that first. That was an adjustment. But one thing about me, I'm about my money and about my coins. So I was like, period. So I didn't mind. I was like, I'll get adjusted. And plus, it was the easiest shift, y'all. Like, I literally got paid to do nothing. I was on my phone the whole time for 8 hours. So I didn't really have an issue with it. And then, like, I'm real in my head a lot. And then, so I had already heard my friend tell me that, like, oh, it won't last that long. So I was like, okay, if I just do this for like 4 months, just stack my bread, that's perfect. Then my manager had told me about how he's been working there for like 3 years or something. But there's newer people that got hired after him, like certain positions that were making just as much as him. And I was like, let me put my 2 and 2s together. Like, clearly they don't update the salary. So hopefully if I go to overnight and just stick it through for a few months, I can keep that salary. And luckily that was the case. I told you I'd be thinking. So that was the whole reason why I went to that shift, right? So like I said, I really enjoyed this shift because it wasn't that much work. I get to be to myself. Most of the time I was on the phone with my man to help the hours go by. And then once he went to bed, I'll just be watching a movie all night. So this shift, when I tell you, they literally just made it hard for no reason. It was the easiest shift. It was like, do what you're supposed to do. That's it. It's like people would be leaving the lab and like going to their cars and sleeping. Or some people would be like in the cubicle, like the office part. Like, we have the lab, but there's like offices as well, like quality control or like regular administrative work. My coworkers, some of them would literally be like seen on the cameras, like in people's cubicles taking a nap. Like, they were tripping out. I'm like, why didn't you just go to the break room and sleep? Or do what I did. Like, there's no work to do and there's computers. Just find a random computer and be on your phone and sleep. Why are you leaving? I don't know. That shift just was mad weird for some reason. So, but I always heard, like, people that's able to work those shifts do be a little weird. Because you got to be a weird kind of person to want to work that kind of shift. I have heard that before. Okay, but anyway. So, we used to have daily meetings. And I used to hate this because I already told y'all the prior shift will leave at 11:30. So my night shift manager will wait until like 12:30 once they left to like have a meeting every single day. And I used to get so annoyed because I would be like, bro, at this point I have been working like 6 months maybe. Like, on that shift in particular, I was one of the longest workers besides like 2 other people. All the other people were like just got hired to be on that shift, right? So I was like, okay, I understood in the beginning, like maybe like the new people, like they need things to be explained, so I get that. But I was like, for me, I've been here long enough. I don't need to have a daily meeting on what we do when it's the same thing. It's like receive COVID samples, extract them, and do the other process. Like we do it every day, so you don't have to keep on. I don't know. Y'all tell me. Like I just feel like if you do a job on a regular past a certain time, I don't think you should have a daily meeting about your work assignments if it's the same. So I used to be over it, and it was, like I said, y'all, it was an adjustment at first, because it was like I'm not used to working overnight, so I would just hate having to listen to my manager just talk stuff like that. So they wanted to be like real family oriented. It was that kind of vibe for that shift, but I'm real like I come here to work, I stay by myself, watch my movie, vibe out by myself. I'm fine with that. But so for some reason the shift got real cliquish. Mind you, I told y'all I wasn't mixing with nobody. I stayed by myself. I was on the phone, always on the phone with my man, or I was watching a movie, minding my business. So I would keep it cute and be like, hey, how you doing? But that's about it. So I was never really involved with cliques or whatever. So it was like one of the people that I was working with in my previous shift that had told me about how long the shift was going to last. She was one of the other OG people that had been there just as long as I had been. But she already had like a group of friends. So, and plus, like I said, I didn't really want to mix in with groups anyway. I'm here for work anyway. So she had her group of friends. And then it was like the newer people, they started forming friendships and having their group of friends. So, and then the guys were just neutral. The guys were just neutral doing their own thing most of the time. To be honest, I'll be vibing with guys better. I ain't even gonna lie. I like females too, but I don't know. Dudes just we be getting each other a little better because we be chill. I don't be into all that extra stuff. So, so I would, if I wasn't talking to my man or watching a movie, I was with like the guys, literally. So one day we were having a meeting, right? Mind you, most of the time I would have my hair out like this. So a lot of times, I ain't gonna lie, I would have my AirPods in. Like I'm tuning everything you say. You can't, like, as big as my hair is, you're not seeing my AirPods. So I would just be tuning them out or whatever. Or I'd be on the phone with my boyfriend. I got a mask on the whole time I'm talking on the phone while they're having a meeting. I'm just sitting in the back. So one of these girls, I'm gonna just say Sam. So Sam, she was like, mind you, like I told y'all, my manager, she was really nice, really sweet, inclusive. She was always like, if y'all have something to say, you're free to say it. Like, she was really into like trying to be like family type of vibes. So this girl, Sam, she like raised her hands and was like, yeah, it's just like real funny acting here. It's like the OGs think they better than us and they treat us newbies like nothing. Mind you, there was only 3 of us. So I'm like, who is she talking about? I know it ain't me. I don't talk to anybody, so it's no reason for you to take that personally. I don't talk to anyone. It's not like I'm isolating you out. Like, if I just strictly ignored you, then okay. But I really didn't talk to anybody. Like, when I tell you, I found like the furthest thing away from everybody. So when she said that, and I was just confused. So so she just kept on emphasizing the OGs. And I was like, first of all, she's saying plural OGs. And it was 2 females, including me, and 1 guy. The guy talked to her. So when she's saying all the OGs are being shady, I'm just like really confused. I'm just like, who are you talking about? Like, all of you guys just started a month ago. Who is an OG? So I know you're not talking about me. I don't even know you. So, like I said, y'all, when I come to work, I come to work. I don't care about no extra stuff. I don't mind making friends at work. Like, I really do normally always make friends at work, but that's not my intention. I don't mind it, but that's not my goal. I come here to work, do what I gotta do, get out. I keep it cute, and like, I'm gonna be social with you while I'm at work. Like, I want the time to go by, but like me expecting friendships or more, that's not me. I know what work is for. So yeah, she's just going on and on and on and on. At this point, I'm tired of hearing it. Yo, at this point, I'm tired of hearing it because I'm like, I know she's not talking to me because I don't talk to nobody. Like, so at this point, I was like, excuse me, can I say something? And then I was like, to be honest, I think you should talk to whoever you have the issue with. I was like, I come here to work. That's it. And then she was like, no, I understand. But, and she's still trying to explain to me. And I'm thinking in my head, I don't care. I ain't tuning for the Love and Hip Hop saga. I'm not in here for all that. So I'm like, nah, like, I'm not doing all that. Mind y'all, this box was turned into like maybe 2 parts because there's really 2 separate stories. Like one with me personally, and then with somebody else. It was just a lot for that third shit for no reason. So, so she was just still trying to explain herself, and I'm like, once again, like, sis, I get it. I understand your struggle. I get what you're going through, but I know you, like, I didn't say this part, but I'm thinking in my head, like, I know you're not talking to me, so it's like, pull that person to the side, talk to them, and leave the rest of us out of it. Because the guys was even siding with me. The dudes was like, yeah, because I don't even know what you're talking about right now. So I knew I wasn't alone. So you could see her getting mad. Because I, like, shut it down. Like, when she kept on trying to talk to me and go on and on about it, I was just like, I don't care to hear about it. Like, respectfully, I don't care to hear about it. So once the meeting was over, I go over to my desk, away from everybody, watching a movie or watching a show, whatever. This girl had taken off her lab coat. Her lab coat was off. She come over, Sam, come over with this crazy energy. And I'm like, one thing about me, like, what are you doing? We're at work. So I'm chilling, watching my movie. And she was like, hey, I want to talk to you real quick. And I'm like, ew, like, what kind of hood rat did they hire? We're at work. Like, I don't know if this was her first ever job or lab job at least, but this wasn't my first job. I told y'all, I'm a worker. Like, I've had plenty of jobs. So I'm just like, is this her first job? Like, why is she acting like that? And I didn't say nothing crazy, so I don't know what she was taking personal. Like, I don't know you. So she was like, yeah, I just want to talk to you. And I was just like, nah, I'm really not interested. Because what do you want to talk to me for? What do you want to talk to me for? Like, you have an issue with somebody, and it's clearly not me. We've never talked the day prior, and we're not going to talk now. Like, I'm really good. So then out of nowhere, she just come like crazy. She was like, nah, because you be the main one talking like S about all of us. And I was like, what? I was like, I don't even talk to y'all. And she was like, nah, you be on the phone talking S. And I was like, no, the things that I said, I can say to your face. I was like, the only thing I said is that y'all don't work. I'm not taking that back. Y'all don't. They used to play around, y'all. Like, I think I was really the only mature person there. Like, when I tell y'all, we started out with like 25 lab techs. We finished out with like 3 because they was all playing around. Like, I was the only one there to work. Like, I wasn't playing around with all this extra stuff. So yes, I did say that. Like, I think people really think that I will backtrack what I said. If I said something, I meant it. I'm not a sugarcoater. If I say something, I genuinely mean it. So I was like, okay, like, I said that. Y'all don't be working. You don't even be in the lab. Like, that girl in particular would sneak off with another dude. Like, they would sneak off and we wouldn't see her for the rest of the shift. So, no, you don't work. What you want me to say? Then, because they would do that, you know, that little corny stuff people do in high school when they run up and, like, smack the, like, I don't know what you call it, but y'all know, like, the ceiling. They used to do that stuff. Yes, I would be on the phone with my man and be like, babe, like, they're literally racing each other and, like, jumping up and hitting the walls. I'm not taking that back, bro. That is crazy. We're at work. What are you doing? Why are you racing in the lab? Like, we're in a lab. Like, be professional. Like, I don't get that. So, clearly, I guess she did have an issue with me about those things. But once again, like I even said in the meeting, talk to the person directly. Even if it was me, talk to me directly and be straight up. But not all this. One thing about me, once you come to me in that energy, we're not talking. I don't care. So she's still going on and on. Because then she also brought up how, mind y'all, like I said, she can have her issues or whatever. But like I said, the shift was just drama in general for no reason. It was like a love and hip hop saga every episode. I said every episode. Every day. So, yeah, so she comes over And what else did she say? So she brings up, like, when she first started, this was her first day. So y'all tell me if I'm tripping. She brings up how on her first or second day, once again, I'm on the phone with my man. She comes over to me. Hey, you live around here? Girl, I don't even know you. But I'm just like, yeah. Oh, how much you pay in rent? I was so confused. So I'm like, I live with my mom. Like, what are you talking about? And then she's just like, and then she asked me, where did I park? So at this point, I'm on guard. Like, sis, I don't know you. Why you asking me where I live? And now you ask me where I park at. And one thing about me, y'all, I don't go nowhere without my pepper spray or my taser. So don't play with me. So what are you asking me? Nah, at this point, I'm thinking it's a setup. So then that same night, one of her friends that she used to talk to a lot, because they wanted a buddy system since it was like we were leaving. Because I told y'all, this shift changed so much. It ended up being like 6 to 2:30 in the morning. So it wasn't even early, like late enough in the morning where we could leave and it'd be light outside. Like when we were, like once towards mid shift, like it was still extremely dark outside. So they would say like a buddy system, go to the car with somebody. This girl who's friends with Sam, like came over to me and was like, hey, like she wanted to be, like walk with me. And I'm so confused. Like, why are you not walking with her? Like she was already on weird vibes. So when that girl was saying like, I said that conversation was weird, I'm like, yes, I did say that. I don't know you. You don't come up to somebody you don't know and ask them where they live, what city they live in, or do they live around here, how much you pay for rent, and where you parked your car. Yes, girl, I'm going to think you weird and I'm going to be on guard because I don't know you. I'm going to think you trying to line me up. I don't know you. Do not know you. So yes, if I'm standoffish and you take it offensively, that's your personal business you need to deal with. That is not my problem. I don't care. I don't even know you. I am not going to lose no sleep that you bothered. I'm not. I'm going home and not thinking about it. So at this point, like, mind you, this conversation was only like a couple minutes. Because one thing about me, I'm not a going back and forth kind of person. Really not. I say what I say. Okay, at this point, if we're going back, okay, we're done. So at this point, I was like, okay, get away from me with this. I don't care anymore. And she's just like, nah, da da da. I was like, get away from me with this. We are at work. And I'm not doing this with you. And then my manager had came out and I literally was like, tell her to get away from me with this because I'm not talking to her. I don't even know you. Like, I said what I said. If you have a problem with it, deal with it. Yes, I thought you were weird for asking me those questions because they're very personal and weird questions and I don't know you. I'm not changing that and I'm standing on it. And then and then you talk about, because I said y'all be like, it's basically the same things, but she just bringing up multiple times. Bro, I'm not changing what I said. I'll say it to your face too. And what? You're weird for asking me the questions. Y'all are unprofessional at work. And yes, I said those things and I'm not taking it back. And if you feel bad about it, deal with it. Because even the guys, like, I was cool with the guys. I said that about them too. They didn't care because they probably knew they was unprofessional. They wasn't taking it personally. They knew deep down. They saw this job as an overnight easy shift to make a lot of money and it'd be easy. Like, yes. So, yeah, y'all. But what's crazy, I had like paid her dust that day and I paid her dust the days to follow. And then she was like being a groupie towards me. It was like really, really weird, y'all. So weird. And I'm like, see, I know I ain't do nothing because you up my butt. I don't know. It was given she wanted to be with me low key, y'all. It was weird. It was like she was trying to argue with me to be my friend the next day. It was so weird. It's like, because I think it was last March I was working. Because I remember it was my boyfriend's birthday. And I had gotten my hair straightened. So I had my hair like slicked back in a ponytail. Obviously, if I straighten this hair, it's super long. So I come in here, slicked ponytail, hair flowing. It looked real cute. She's like, oh my gosh. She's like, you look so pretty. Like, you look like a Barbie. Oh my gosh. And I'm like, thanks. Keep it real cute. Keep it real short. I keep it cordial. We at work. I put my stuff away in the lockers and I go into the lab. And then she see me again and she's like, oh my gosh, like, I'm not even playing. Like, your hair is just so pretty. I'm like, okay. Thanks. I heard you. Then I think it was like the following day she was still complimenting me like, girl, your hair is... I'm like, okay, girl, this is the third time you complimented me. Stop. It's getting weird. And then I think I had taken out the hairstyle, because one thing about me, I be liking hairstyles, but I always end up going back to my curly hair. I don't know. I just feel like it's easier. Because straightening, one thing about my hair, it's going to curl up. It don't matter. So I just rather let it be curly. So I think I only had that style for like a few days. And then my hair was back curly. And then she was just like, oh my gosh, like you got rid of the style. Like your hair is nice, but that ponytail was just so pretty. And I'm like, thank you. And then she's still like reiterating, like, you look like a Barbie. Oh my. And I was just like, stop. Y'all, it was, that girl was real weird. Like, she was so weird to me. But I know I wasn't crazy because other people had told me like that was her energy. She was real like, hey girl vibes. And I think she takes it offensively if you're just not, hi. Because another one of my friends at work, she was like, yeah, I was like on my phone one day and she was like, hey girly. And she was like, I can't remember what she said. Either she didn't respond or she was just like, hey. Like, that girl was like that with everybody, and I think she took it offensively if you just didn't want to be her friend. And it's like, girl, this must be your first job. Like, we're not in high school. Like, people don't always want to be your friend, respectfully. But yeah, y'all, I had said this was going to be about the fight that broke out of my job, but I'm going to give y'all that tea, too. I ended up talking about my situation, because that story was crazy, too, y'all. I'm telling y'all, this third shift, I stuck it through for the money. That was it. That's the only reason why I say it, because I was sick and tired of people leaving. Like I said, y'all, people would really leave and go to their car, or they would actually leave and then they'll come back, or then people sleeping in the lobby, like taking full on like sleeping. Then people in cubicles, girl dipping off with the guy. It was just a lot. And then it was a lot of pettiness and arguing. That only reason why I knew about it, because one of the, like I said, the other OG girl that I did know from the prior shift, she would come and tell me the tea. And I'd be like, y'all crazy. That's why I stay by myself. She would like let me know. But yeah, y'all, I hope y'all like this story time of, you know, what be going on with me at work. I'm going to give y'all another part to this story so y'all can hear about the fight that actually happened, because y'all crazy. But yeah, y'all, catch me in the next video. Bye.